Hello, hello, and welcome to Black to the Future. Today is Sunday, April 14th, and we have a lot of things to talk about, right? So, Israel or Iran retaliated against Israel, right? Something that was expected. I talked about it on Friday in my last Zoom video, and long behold, it did happen this week. It happened yesterday where there was a response. Um, in the response, the United States and a few other countries actually, we were like, um, we were the ones who made the response on Israel's behalf, right? So now the United States is saying, okay, we're not going to participate in anything else, um, as far as your conflict with Iran. So now everybody is waiting for Israel's response to see what it is that they're going to do. At first, I seen something in the news saying that Biden said that there was not going to be a response from Israel. Now they're saying Israel is trying to figure out what it is that they want to do, because you already know Prime Minister does what he wanted what he wants to do over there, regardless of what U.S. says, and that's the way that it has been, right? So that's not a surprise. So we have been waiting for the Fed to decide what he's going to do with the federal rates. We were Everybody was expecting a rate cut in March. It didn't happen. Inflation is still high. Now we have other geopolitical events happening, which is the Iran and Israel issue, right? So we have Ukraine and Russia. We have Israel and Hamas. Now it's Israel and Iran. And one way or another, we still have our hands in everything, as always. So with the Iran and Israel situation, what is going to affect this more is gas, right? So everybody is expecting the gas is going to go up, especially as we await to see what Israel response is going to be to Iran. But there is a lot of speculation that gas is going to run up. Okay, so that's the sum of things, right? So I want you to listen to something, and this is why um, I watch the news, but I don't pay attention to what they say, because listen to this. And this just came out at 6 o'clock.
Inflation is already we've seen these last couple of months with a sort of a reversal, a little bit of tick back higher. We always think about just driving. Oil, petroleum products, chemicals, natural gas, they go into over half the products that we simply consume and manufacture every day. I would imagine that a spike in the energy complex would not be, let's call it, a welcome outcome for a Fed that's already probably getting a little nervous about inflation rising again.
I think that's 100% right. I also think that, there's a couple things here. One is that the Fed in general would look through an oil spike if it didn't sort of bleed into other areas of the economy. But the thing the Fed would be concerned about is a long-term spike in oil, a long-term spike in inflation that affected inflation expectations and made people think, hey, A, the Fed is not serious. B, we should act and buy and consume at a perceived higher inflation rate than the Fed's target. That's something that would concern it enormously. And you're right about the impact of oil prices. And what we learned, Brian, I think, is that oil prices have a much bigger impact than previously thought when it comes to not just the price of energy and commodities, but the American psyche.
All right, Steve, sit tight there as well. Going to bring another known voice into this conversation. That is our friend Bob Pisani. Bob, of course, will be live at the New York Stock Exchange with the open on Monday morning. But Bob, obviously the weekend, luckily 99% of these projectiles were indeed, preemptively hit. They did not detonate. It could have been much, much worse. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a sigh of relief. What are you most closely watching on Monday? Is it the reaction to this?
So did you hear what he just said? So they are saying that basically, um, because of the issue that we now have with Iran and Israel, the market didn't respond It didn't respond when it opened up. The market opened up at 6 p.m. Eastern time today, right? The futures market. And the response as far as like the market to go down, it didn't happen. They say it didn't happen. So they didn't get the reaction like everybody thought. Okay. Here's why we didn't get the reaction that everybody thought. I'm gonna break this down to you as much as I can. We didn't get the response that we thought we were going to get. Well, I don't know who the hell is they, because it's not me. Because first of all, this is the futures market. This is the Russell 2000. This is just one of the things that I trade. And I have my eye on this is because you can see here, there is a lot of consolidation. So meaning that these candles are moving in this range, and it's been moving in this range for a while, since about the year 2022. It's 2024. With that being said, there is going to be a major break once these candles decide whether to go up or down. It's going to move, just because this has just been in this small range and not doing nothing for 2 years. Okay. The week, we're on a W chart. So the weekly chart shows, now I've been telling my students that this candle right here, this first red candle, it is a bearish engulfing candle. And then the next week was a continuation. And it should be another continuation, right? If you were paying attention to the stock market on Friday, you understand that the market dropped. And it dropped a lot. There was red folder news that came out. Let's go back to Friday. This was Thursday. This was Friday. Thursday. Let's see. Friday. Market went up and it dropped all of Friday. All it did was drop. Because all it did was drop, the market has to come up. The market has to come up. Right? So, as you can see here, you see I have two purple lines, right? And you can see that price is kind of going down in these purple lines, which shows that this is a descending channel, that price is working its way down. As it works its way down, right, it will come and touch these purple lines every now and then as it's working its way down. So what you can see here, right now, price is like in here, in this channel. It goes, touch this purple line, drop. It has to come up to go down even more. All right. So when they say that the market didn't respond, they are totally leaving out that it can't go down any further because it has to go up, because the market structure is lower lows. And in order for you to get a lower low, price goes like this. Lower, goes here, comes down lower, goes here, like that. All right. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Right. So if price was up here, right, and then the war happened on Saturday, where the retaliation happened on Saturday, then it may have dropped. But it didn't do that because it had already fell. The market had already fell on Friday. So of course it needs to come up. The RSI which is this line down here, you can see all this came down. It has to come up to breathe. That doesn't mean necessarily that the market is about to turn around and it's going to go bullish. No, it's going to turn around again, and it's going to go down even lower. Normally, there's not a lot of people in the futures market at this time anyway. There's not a lot of people trading at this time anyway. So, of course, this is the time where the market can come up and manipulate people into thinking that the market is going to turn around. Oh, there was no real reaction. Oh, we're in the clear. So go ahead and pile your money in because the market is going to go up. That's not the case. You want to see how many people are trading in the market right now? The norm is a million people. Let's go here. These are the different things and commodities that people trade. We are looking for indices. Let's do a full list because I can't see what I'm looking for. The full list. I don't know why this keep coming up. Is it financials? I think it's indices. You can even see here. Let me see if this finally gonna go off, whatever this is, it keeps popping up. Even look at oil right now. Oil is dropping, right? They think that oil is supposed to come up. That's not the right one. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so this is European. This is what I'm not looking for European. European. Oh, that's because I went to the wrong one. So most active futures. Indices. NASDAQ, something I frequently trade. It's only 3,600 people. That's low. The volume is low. S&P, the volume is low. Normally there's a million people trading at that time. It's not. What I'm looking at right now, the Russell, I don't even see that in here. But as you can see, nobody's is at this time, nobody's even trading. So therefore, there can be a lot of manipulation at this time, right? For the market to go up, which it has, because once the market opened, right here at 1600, it just went up, and it had to go up because it had to take a breather before it can drop even further. It has to come up and touch these moving averages, which is this yellow line and this blue line, which is the 200. It has to do that. And so I have what's called a trend line here where 2 points meet. Let me take this off so you can see. I have where 2 points meet. You see right here, it meets. So let me, right there. And then you see another wick right here. So 2 points are meeting. And because they meet, I put this purple line right there. And it's right here. And I'm waiting for price. So these candles to come down and break this. Right? And once it breaks, what I'm waiting for is for price to break the purple line. Because right now the market structure is up. It's showing that the price is actually going up. As it goes up, all it's doing is coming back, testing this line, going up. It needs to break this so that I know that market structure is now going down and it's going to head back down. Okay, so this is what the people that's on the other side aren't telling you. And this is why it's important to learn how to read these charts and understand what's going on so that you can make the right decisions. Because you're not going to be able to make the right decision based off of what they say. Because they're not telling you the whole truth. They're not telling you that Friday the market went down entirely and it has to come back up for air and that it has to touch moving averages. And there's certain things and indicators that will help you understand these things and what to look for and market structure and the trend. Do you see this? This market structure is doing this. Lower lows. And then it came up. Then it went back. And it broke. It broke here. So before, you seen price was going down. Down, 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 down. Then it came up. It didn't go down here again. It stopped here. And when it came up, it broke here. When it broke here, when price came up here, it broke the market structure and started to head up. So now the market structure is starting to head up. So you see this and like, oh, if the market structure continues to go up, right, you will have a chart pattern right here. Every time that the market drops like this, it always tries to come back and make this U shape. And it try to make this U shape because this is called a chart pattern. And the chart pattern is called a cup and handle. A cup, it pulls back and continues to go. It always does that when the market continues to drop like this. All right, so there are so many things that you have to understand in order for you to actually get into this and be comfortable with, be comfortable with the position that you're taking. But they're not telling you the whole truth. They're not telling you that you have to do a top-down analysis, understanding, what happened from the weekly chart to the daily chart to the 4-hour chart. You're looking for certain things in order to paint a picture and then understand the entire picture. Once you understand the entire picture, then you can make a determination when to get in. But right now, the market structure is down. You get that from the daily chart. The trend, you get that from the 4-hour chart. The trend is down. Okay. And all that's happening right now is because they see the market going up, they think that it's a sign of relief. That's what they're telling the people. So you can make sure that you watch that whole video. I dropped it in the Telegram group. But don't get caught up because you don't understand what's really going on. Don't get caught up because the market pulled back. It pulled back so that it can drop down even lower. But when it pulls back, it has to go up to certain things. It has to go up to these moving averages. It has to go up to gaps, ICT gaps. If you don't understand those things, you'll be lost. If you don't see this descending channel where price is going down at an angle, making a channel, if you don't see that and understand that price has to come up through here, then you're gonna be making mistakes. Okay, that's just the bottom line. I just wanted to hop in here real quick to let you know that there is a lot more things that just are not being said, and this is how people end up losing their money because they're solely going off of people talk. I don't even know if they know how to trade for real, right? I don't even know if they know how to read these charts just because they are talking about what they see so far. I guess I don't know what they look at to kind of make their predictions on what's going to happen, but I definitely know that everything is based off in these charts, and you have to understand that. So if you want to find out more, I definitely have a course. You can follow me at Trese Riches on Instagram, TRESERICHES. DM me if you want to take my course. It explains, everything that you need to know in order for you to be successful. You can also use these things in the options market. I trade both the futures and the options market. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I can't wait for tomorrow. I believe there is red folder news. I explained what that is as well. That kind of drives the market to go in certain directions. Those are considered catalysts that you need sometimes for you to get in on a particular trade. And so we would just be waiting for tomorrow. I'm trying to see what tomorrow. What's the red folder news for tomorrow? Or we have the G7 meetings happen today. And it's happening all day. But at 8:30 tomorrow, we got 3 red folder news that's dealing with retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, and the retail sales. Very important. Okay. So don't believe these guys. Don't believe them. Make sure that you understand what you're doing before you make your decisions. Have a good day, guys.